I'm not hot, all these lies need to stop. Cause I'm icy, wifey, haters wanna fight me.
What's good, my Supreme Team? It's your girl Adriana, and I'm back with another video. So today's video is gonna be a little personal, you know, a little chit chat with my ladies that are on my channel. And also, if you guys want to listen, you guys are more than welcome to, because these are some things that you need to know also. As a man, you need to know too. So this is basically gonna be like a little chit chat and a little tips and advice that I use to keep my vagina nice and clean and fresh, because you know, right about now it's about to start getting warm, and you know, you sweat in the summer, and also you go to the beach, so you know that down there is moist sometimes when you're at the beach and stuff like that. And also just in general, like, you know, we get our monthly cycles, and also, you know, you just gotta stay clean, period. So I'm just gonna share a few little tips and advice that I use to keep myself nice, clean, and fresh. So we're gonna jump on into this video, but first, if you're new or returning and have not already hit that subscribe button, hit that damn subscribe button down below. The Supreme Team is going to the top and the grind cannot stop. Like, come on, you better get with it or get going. Like, so without further ado, let's jump on into the video. So you know, this is kind of awkward, you know, you gotta have a little chit chat on the internet about your hoo-ha, like, you know. But you know, this is things that certain people need to know. Also, there are some, you know, younger girls that I have on my channel that are maybe just starting their period and don't know what to do, or just like, you know, lost into the whole down there situation. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little tips and advice, and hopefully you guys take my advice. You feel me? You feel me? So the first step I'm going to talk about is underwear. Now, a lot of females, like, that are older, they tend to wear, like, you know, thong underwear, sexy underwear, lace and sheer and stuff like that. So the thing about those underwear is, like, yeah, it's cute and stuff when you take them off or whatever. Like, I mean, when you take your pants off and you know, you looking at yourself or whatever, but you know, it's cute to wear and stuff like that. And sometimes you need it for certain outfits or whatever the case may be. But what I'm going to tell you guys about underwear is that those type of underwears, like, you know, those sexy underwears, make sure that they are made with cotton, because cotton is a good material for your vagina, because it keeps your vagina aired out. Like, you make sure you have airy materials so your vagina can breathe, because if not, then if your vagina is just like in some tight, you know, underwear, it's not gonna be good. Like, you could get a yeast infection, and you could also get a UTI, which is, I don't think you guys want that. Like, you don't want that. Another thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about is periods. Now, you guys all know that females get periods every month. Well, depending on if you're regular or irregular, which is a different topic, you know. Basically, if you guys have, like, periods that are, like, you know, you have a heavy flow, I would suggest pads like these. Now, these are always pads, but these are the scented pads, and these pads, they smell nice and fresh, and like, even when it's heavy, like, it still smells fresh. So this literally traps the odor into the pad, and it's very helpful, because when you have a heavy flow, you feel uncomfortable and stuff like that, and like, you know, like, you start to get paranoid, like, do I smell or whatever. So this is a good way to help you, you know, stay clean and smelling fresh. Another thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is making sure that you have, like, vaginal wipes. Now, I know what some of you guys are going to say. Some of you guys are going to be like, ew, girl, no, that is not the type of vaginal wipes that you would like to use. But everybody's different. I like to use the Summer's Eve, no matter what they say about them. I like to use the Summer's Eve because I like to feel fresh and clean, and I like the way these wipes make me feel. So you're gonna want to keep your vaginal wipes in your bathroom at all times, because I'm pretty sure, like, 1 or 2 times a day you're gonna have to, or feel like you want to freshen up. So that could be a good way to freshen up, you know, whether you're going out or whether you're at work all day, you know, that would be a good way to freshen up. And also, you know, take a shower, duh. But these are very helpful because, you know, us females, we go through discharge, we go through sweating, we go through moisture down there, and these are helpful because, you know, it helps keep you feeling nice and clean, and you always need to freshen up, like always. And also, like, get the little, well, I don't have them right now, but get the little portable, you know, wipes. They have these in the little portable wipes, like, you know, they have individual packages, and that's very helpful. So you can just drop one in your bag and just go ahead about your day, and when you're in public, you could just use your individual wipes. Next thing I want to talk to you guys about is making sure that you have spray. Now, this is a Summer's Eve spray for your vagina, and this is very helpful for when you're on your period again, mainly because this helps you smell nice and fresh, and it helps you feel nice and fresh. Like, you don't want to be like feeling like uncomfortable, and you don't want to be feeling nasty and like, you know, so just, you know, little squirt, you know, freshen up. You know, this is deodorant for your vagina. Make sure you get deodorant for your vagina. And they also have this brand, Summer's Eve, also have the traveling pack also, so that is very helpful for you. And also some other, you know, spray deodorants that I use is like Dove and Degree. Those are very helpful as well. And yeah. Now let's talk about when you're shaving. Now when you're shaving, you're going to want to make sure that you use the proper razors and stuff like that that is suitable for your vagina. So typically I use razors like this. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's just, you know, a regular razor. And you want to make sure that you have one that is flexible, that can, you know, maneuver, because, you know, when you're shaving your vagina, you gotta put your leg up, you gotta put this leg up, you gotta duck down, like, you know, it's a whole process when you're shaving your vagina. So you just want to make sure that you have flexibility, and just making sure that you have the right razor that is suitable for you. Another thing you want to do when you're shaving is that you also want to make sure that you exfoliate. Always make sure that you exfoliate every time after you shave, because if you exfoliate, it helps like avoid razor bumps, it helps avoid ingrown hairs, like it helps a lot when you're shaving and everything. So you just want to make sure that you exfoliate. And also after you're done shaving, you want to make sure that you use powder down there. That also helps you avoid razor bumps and ingrown hairs, so that's very helpful too. Another thing you're gonna want to do is make sure that you put on, like, you know, I usually put oil, like, you know, regular like unscented oil, so that way it keeps it moisturized, so it won't be like, you know, dry, you know. But not dry, but like, you know, it won't feel like rough. So yeah. Another tip that I want to recommend to you guys, now this is when you're in the shower, is to make sure that you look at the chemicals that you use in your soaps, especially when you're washing down there, because you want to make sure that your soap does not have any harmful chemicals that can throw off your pH balance, because it's not good to have your pH balance off. And it's like, once your pH balance is off, it's like it takes a while for it to, like, you know, balance back. And also with the soaps, you want to make sure that you don't use anything that is scented down there, because when you're using soaps that are scented, those are like scented fragrance chemicals, and that is not good for your vagina. Not only can it throw off your pH balance, but it can also give you a urinary tract infection. So you want to be very careful with the soaps that you use, and just making sure that nothing can throw off your pH balance, because once your pH balance is off, it's hard. Like, you just gotta make sure that you have the proper soaps and stuff for your pH balance. Now, me personally, I know what you guys are about to say. Oh my god, you don't use that soap because whatever. But this is what I personally use, and it personally does not throw off my pH balance. I do use Summer's Eve soap, and I do use Vagisil soap, because I just like using those better because those are soaps specifically designed for your vagina. Now I know that in the past it has said, like, you know, it could throw off your pH balance or whatever, but if you don't feel comfortable using those soaps, you can, you know, always use whatever soaps that you have been using for your vagina, just as long as it's not throwing off your pH balance and it's not, you know, it can't cause you to have a urinary tract infection and stuff like that. Another thing that I want to talk to you guys about is making sure that you guys have a gynecologist. Now, I know some of you guys are scared of going to the gynecologist because y'all don't feel comfortable people looking at your vagina, or you just don't feel like people need to be looking at your vagina, or whatever the case may be. Don't worry, I was the same way. I was nervous, I was scared when I first started going to the gynecologist, but honestly, you need a gynecologist because you have to make sure that everything is right and functioning properly, and, you know, everything's working properly down there. Like, I know that you guys feel comfortable, you know, people looking up your hoo-ha and whatnot, but it's honestly to make sure that you're functioning properly and everything is going good down there, and you don't run into no difficulties. And another thing about going to the gynecologist is you need to, like, honestly, after you start getting your periods, you're gonna need to start going to a gynecologist because they gotta make sure that your periods are regulated, or if not, then they gotta tell you what you can do to make sure your periods are regulated. Like, they have to make sure it's working properly. You have to make sure everything, like, nothing's going on down there. No, you don't have no infections, no diseases, and etc. Now, I know there's a lot of you guys that be like, I don't believe in going to a gynecologist. Well, you need to, because if you don't go to a gynecologist, you will never know if there's anything wrong with you. And also, when you know you are sexually active, you will also need to go to a gynecologist to get checked. Like, you need to get checked to make sure that you don't have no STD or, you know, sexually transmitted diseases in general, like anything that could be sexually transmitted. So you do need to go to a gynecologist. And also, on top of that, even if you're pregnant, you need to go to a gynecologist because they gotta make sure that, you know, everything is going right and stuff. And, you know, like, you need a gynecologist in your life, like, forever. Like, you always gonna need a gynecologist because how you gonna know what's wrong with your body? How you gonna know what's wrong with your vagina or your hoo-ha? How you gonna know? You're not a doctor, you're not specialized in it, you don't know nothing about what's going on down there. So you gotta make sure that you get that checked annually, not just, you know, once every few years. Because once every few years, and if that is, say you sexually active or whatever, or say you're out doing whatever, you can catch something and you may not even know it. So you gotta make sure that you're on top of this. Your vagina is like a relationship. Your vagina is, and you cannot break up with your vagina. Like, your vagina is here, like, there. Like, your vagina is your empire. Your vagina is your world. Your vagina should be your world. You gotta make sure that your vagina is nice, fresh, and clean, and working, you know? You gotta make sure everything is functioning properly, and make sure that you don't run into difficulties or different scenarios where you're stuck and you don't know what to do because you haven't went to a gynecologist, and now they're telling you have this, that, and the third. So just make sure that you're always on top of your vagina. Make sure you gotta really be committed to keeping it nice and clean and maintaining it and everything. Like, your vagina is no joke. Like, this is very important for you guys to know, and you guys really need to learn about your vagina. Those are some of the tips that I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you guys like this video. If you do, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment and subscribe down below to my channel. The Supreme team is going to the top, and the grind can't stop. I'm gonna keep saying it. We're on the road to 1,000. I know I only have 200, but we're on the road to 1,000, and I'm so grateful for the progress that we have been going at this time, and I'm really happy, and I can't wait for what the future holds. You know, I love you guys so much, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.